Hello, this is Buddy C. Thank you for joining me today in our 7th meditation in our Step 2 series. I'm an alcoholic, and over the years, I have found some tools that have helped me in my recovery, and I'm sharing those tools with you in a contemplative, meditative form. In this meditation, we're going to talk about how a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity rather than would restore us to sanity, and what the difference is. Now remember, in the longer meditations, there will be some moments of silence. I use the breath often in meditation to recenter. So let's get started. I want you to sit back in a comfortable position. Allow your body to relax. To begin, let's close our eyes and breathe together. In through our nose, out through our mouth. Let me breathe again with you. In through the nose, out through our mouth. As you continue to breathe, notice your body softening, tension leaving. Continue to breathe deep until you feel at ease and allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm. I use deep breathing during meditation too. If my mind really wanders, deep breathing helps to center me back, as well as just following the breath. So when you're at a place of ease, just return to that natural rhythm, whatever that is for you. Just notice how gravity's pulling your body. No effort on your part to control the body. You're not having to make yourself sit in the chair. You're letting go of control and you're just sitting. Great example for a lot of areas of my life. That if I will just quit the fight, that things will just happen. I will be pulled in the right direction. In the same way, notice your feet on the floor, how they're being pulled, where the points of contact are the strongest, and the weight of your hands and arms resting in your lap or on your legs. If we get distracted, just follow our breath to bring the attention back. Now I want you to bring the attention to the body. Notice how your body feels as you sit there. Normally we're so busy doing things, thinking about things. We don't take time to notice how the body feels. What I'd like for you to do is start at the top of the head. Take a few seconds and scan down through the body. Let's do this together. Just noticing which parts of the body feel relaxed and comfortable and at ease, and where we feel any tension in some way or tightness. There's nothing to change. We're just building a picture of how our body feels. Let's start at the top of the head. Scan down the scalp and the head through the face and the ears, cheeks and chin and neck. Just noticing if there's any tension. Not trying to change anything, just noticing, not controlling. Continuing to breathe. If we get distracted during this exercise, just return to the breath, return to where you left off in the scan. And how about the shoulders? And scan down through the arms, out of the hands, then back up through the chest cavity, all the organs working, heart pumping. Without you even thinking about it, your heart pumps all the time. No effort or control from you. What a gift. Down through the hips, through the thighs, knees, calves and shins, down through the ankles and then out the feet. We have so much to be grateful for. As we scan our body, maybe say a little gratitude for our body and all the hard work our body does for us. Any tension that you feel, just notice it. You're not trying to change it. I've noticed as I breathe that with every exhale, if I'm holding tension, that tension just starts to leave on its own. When I lower my resistance, okay, just continue to breathe normally. So we continue to rest and relax and let tensions leave on their own. The second step says, came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity, not would restore us to sanity. Big difference there. Let's talk about this for a moment. I found this idea in Hamilton B's book, 12-Step Sponsorship, which I would highly recommend. And this is his quote from the book. There's no authoritative record as to why Bill Wilson used the word could rather than would with the phrase restore us to sanity. One possibility is that use of the word could indicates that a restoration to sanity is not automatic. The step does not say that the power will restore us to sanity, only that the power could. Whether or not the restoration occurs is up to us as well as to the higher power. In other words, while faith is important, so is work. Restoration is not going to happen by magic. We have to do our part by diligently working the 12 steps. That reminds me, at the end of meetings, we normally say it works if you work it. For a long time, I did not know what the work was. I have since understood that the work is not going to meetings. It's not these other things that we think. The work is actually working the steps, which include all these other things. But those things by themselves are not the work. It's not going to happen by magic, as Hamilton B said. And what I've noticed over time is that some long-term members of AA will allow insanity to stay in their life in particular areas, won't apply the steps to everything in their life. So you'll see insanity in different areas, in different defects that they don't want to remove. Maybe they do enough to stay sober, but not enough to really be happy. And as long as we're not applying the 12 steps to a particular area or thing in our life, we're going to have insanity there. We're going to have a lack of peace. For me, I do not want a lack of peace in any area of life. I want peace in everything. So I would recommend practicing these principles in all of our affairs, as it says in the 12th step. So, if I have an area of life that has no peace, that I have fight or angst in, it's probably an area that I have not worked the steps. Having peace in my life is not an automatic process. I have to do the work. Okay, just for a moment, I want you to let go of all focus at all. Just let your mind do whatever it wants to do. Let it be completely free. Then gently bring the attention back to the body, back to that sensation of the body on the chair, the feet on the floor, the hands and arms just resting. Once again, notice any sounds, just bringing the mind back into the physical senses, back into the immediate environment. And when you're ready, just open your eyes, have a stretch. Did you enjoy the meditation today? I hope so. You know, we have to do the work in every area of our life if we want the peace that comes with it. Make sure and write down in your meditation journal any experiences from today's meditation, any thoughts. Maybe something came to mind that you need to write a gratitude list about, or something you need to talk with a sponsor or a friend in recovery about. Maybe an area that you have no peace in, that you want to seek peace. Lots of good results come for me from meditation. That's what I have for you today. And I want to remind you, if you get to a point today and you just do not know what action to take next, look around, see if there's someone you can help, someone you can love. Get out of yourself for a moment and see if the right answer doesn't appear. That works for me, and I'm sure it will work for you. So thanks and have a great day.